The battle continues. Let's press on. What's up, everyone? It's Loki Orin here. We're back at it. We've successfully subbed out the man-at-arms, who was not at all pleased with our occultist. I think that keeps ticking down, right? That does tick down on its own. I'll have to check. Oh, so there's the lair.
Destination is never in question.
Ooh, do we go for it?
You take to get there.
It's very early. And I do feel like we are pretty strong for it. Yeah. There are a couple of trinkets and trophies and stuff. Like, there's things that are worth having out of the lair. I think we give it, we take the risk. We need to face a lair at some point. It's just like resources and value.
The hulking horror inside.
Plus, there's the whole reason we came here is that there was the commission to do the damage.
Excellent work.
Excellent start. So do we just take the 50-50 here? Yep. Yeah. We'd have missed. We got one of the goats down for free. Okay, that was not really the damage output we were looking to see in life. But thankfully, we can shadow fade. Get out of the immediate harm here.
A lesson taught is a lesson learned.
And make a very tanky, oh, they don't have to, oh, that's lame. Okay, there we go.
The slow suffering begins. Stupendous.
I like a nice solid hit.
Variable, easily resolved.
I do wish we had a skill that locked us in place, but I think I still maintain I think this is worth the risk.
Malaise, measured and steady.
That should kill.
The smallest variable.
I think at a minimum, it's definitely worth it. Like, for 10 in materials to do 2 fights is already kind of worthwhile. And then we can find out if the Harvest Child's encounter is going to be worthwhile. Man, we've got some low debuff resistance.
Results are encouraging.
Ugh. Straight into the eat is annoying, but at least it was the lady in waiting instead of the big guy, because she is a lot easier to just punch through if we need to. Case in point. And I think we just take the opportunity to beat this guy down. We will just get rid of the corpse just to make sure.
Well done.
Free crits, we like that. And we get the kill with Holy Lance. That's always optimal. Alright, what are we playing for here? Ooh. Okay, we get mauled body parts, which we need. Bumper crop, which is not a field. Kitchen knives and curing cuppa, though. Ooh, yeah. Okay. Kitchen knives and curing cuppa are both items that I think quite highly of. Alrighty.
Those with a place at the table. Lethality writ large.
Get some extra debuff resistance. And start chipping this guy down. We got 150 HP to get through. Okay.
Observe the subject carefully, and you will discover its weaknesses.
Okay, that was a true minimum roll. That's very unfortunate. I think we Bulwark of Faith. We get some healing in. Okay, that seemed like an unnecessarily large amount of damage. Oh, do we sacrifice this to protect the leper? I think we do. So we go here. Fix that. Leper moves forward 1. Heal him to full, just so we have it. There we go. That's what we wanted to see. Alright. Crusader continues to fuck up. But that restoration is definitely helping. See if we can land a blight. Nah, we tried. We did land a burn though. Nice. Okay. Oh, nice. You can make them skip turns. Wonderful. That was ideal. Alright. He is in a bit of trouble here. We gamble here once again. We need more damage. We need to pump out the damage. And we have this other adrenaline tonic for exactly this purpose. There we go. Jeez.
Agony by accumulation.
Alright, Reynold made the save again. Do need to Bulwark of Faith again, just keep that regen, because that's about the only thing that's keeping him alive. 34 HP, we are in range here. Alrighty. Which one is it? That's the rear one, that's fine.
Lethality with
Alright, we do land a Blight that time. That's actually somewhat perfect for our trouble here. Because now the, Leper moves back forward, and unfortunately is blind. So we take the 50-50 and hit it, which is wonderful. And now this guy starts bleeding out. And he is dead. Wonderful. Which meat is this? It's the small meat? Okay. He doesn't hit Death's Door here. So I think we stall. Yeah. Sucks to take that extra point of damage, but I don't think that matters, because he stays up is the important part. We get to pass some heals around here. There we go. Harvest Child down. Got a little scary in there, but that's 3 mastery points, some items, including 2 trinkets that I definitely want to be using. Sure. Need to make room in our wagon here. I don't think the Flagellant's pain box is ever getting used. Alright, the wagon is just over full here. We can get rid of that. Yeah, no. No. Bumper maybe I shouldn't throw it away, but I don't think I'm using bumper crop ever. I'm too worried about my characters just getting randomly obliterated. Oh, nice. Let's pop that up. We like that huge damage there. And now we D up. Turn start, gain armor. That's good. Finishing blow hurts a bit, but we are approaching Solemnity range. And we do have Defiant. I just realized Baldwin has Defiant. That's pretty sweet.
Cooperation is the key.
Let's start cleaning up the mess here. Solemnity's not in range, but Reflection is. Our party's pretty hurt here, which is a little bit concerning because we're not getting like a full heal when we hit the inn here, so we probably need to. I think we just patch Reynold up as best we can.
Malaise, measured and steady.
Let's pull this guy right up to the front so that The leper can say what's up. Baldwin doing Baldwin things. This guy's dead to dots, so we take the turn off to see if we can cheese anything. We can. Patch somebody up. Not healing the leper, even though he is a tank. Purely because he has Solemnity, so like, you know, unless he goes fully to 0, he can just patch himself up for what I believe is technically termed in the business a shitload. Alright, so then we have the choice of a fight.
Think carefully. Today's
Relics,
oversight
in items,
is
food.
tomorrow's regret.
They already don't like each other, so I'd like to not go from there. Yeah, okay. It sucks that we can't grab the in items, but I really don't want to have... Do we just go for the fight? Feeling pretty... Yeah, we're feeling pretty strong here. Oh, losing another armor is suboptimal.
You will fight, so that others may flee.
Going down to one armor is not really what I wanted in my life, but we will have to make it work. Well, okay. That's very unfortunate. Oh, it's Black Phillip, everyone. Let's give everyone a nice warm welcome to Black Phillip as we try to take down the King Goat. 50-50? Misses. Yeah, we tried. Which unfortunately means Black Phillip doesn't only get 1 turn, he gets 2. Which is, I believe they term in the business, suboptimal. That seems concerning. Okay, that was actually a lot less concerning than I thought it was going to be. Do we Shadow Fade here? No, because we got Holy Lance coming. Yeah, we got Holy Lance coming. We don't need to do that.
Measured and steady.
Ooh. Let's pull Black Phillip back up to the front and get rid of him. I am not interested in him getting to do another round of bullshit. Well, all that effort and we don't get the Holy Lance. But that's okay, because we do get to get rid of the goat. Yep, that'll do it.
A deliberate and methodical appliance of harm.
And my reward is Inhuman Appetites figures. And free stress for everybody. Golly. Alright, now we're definitely having to stress heal here. Well,
Cooperation is the key.
hopeful's not nothing, but we still need to get that stress under control.
Measure out your violence and apply it judiciously.
Man, the leper. Man, the leper is good. Can heal ourselves. I think this is the more aggressive line, but I also think it's probably the better... Yeah. Yep. You don't need to heal if the enemy's dead. Oh, that's not a trinket worth having. Get out. Oh well, I'm fine with losing a slime mold.
Safe, but uncivilized.
Sprained wrist is unfortunate for Baldwin, given how hard he can hit.
What fresh provocation will the day bring? Once
All right.
more,
We were
destruction
kind of
upon
right
our
in
throat.
our assumption here. We'll send the duelist over
Moving
just
alone in
to
hostile territory.
have her
Let us hope
handy.
for their safe arrival.
And we are, even though this inn doesn't need it, I think we still head here just for maybe a fatigue heal on some guys. We don't really need that though, because we're subbing people out here. Let's get a look at what our team's gonna look like here when this is done. Alrighty. Baldwin, you're fine. I think it's
Rested.
Reynold comes in. Alhazred
Ally for the Outriders.
comes in. And I guess we can even have Bonnie come in. We can have kind of a full sub out here. Just leaves Baldwin with 5%, but he's fine with that. Our Yellow Hand Highwayman is quite happy to be doing the thing. Bonnie, happy to just set fire to the world here. Yeah, this feels real good. Alright, so then we plug this in across the you already ate? What? Huh. Okay. Huh. Oops. Well, if that's the case, we'll ditch the apples and cheese. So it's Bonnie that doesn't like Paracelsus, unfortunately. But I think I can live with that. Well, I may have to. But this is kitchen knives. Oh, wait. Audrey, get back in here.
For those taxed by the hardships of our campaign.
Oh, maybe it's only food at the, that would make sense. It's only food at the inn. Either way, let's load this in. Even with Lost in Space, this is still incredibly strong. Now you can come back out. I mean, 10%'s not too bad. We could keep Audrey in, and that does sort of fix our relationships, doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah, maybe we continue to leave Bonnie on the bench, actually. Alright. That feels good.
Hardships be damned. The day is upon us.
We send this squad back to here.
Anticipate,
You go
adapt,
there.
and reposition.
Abomination can vibe. Man-at-Arms can... Guess he can head to the rangy mutt, so he's getting a little bit more care. And that feels good. And even though they don't need it, like, that's a lot of extra in materials. But we're also getting some here. I kind of just want to see these guys perform. I think I do. Yeah, I just want to see these guys perform. So I think I'm willing to risk that in. So I think we head here. We get a greater gilded mine. We get to dump a bunch of resources into one of our major inns, and we get to spend some mastery points. What are we up to? 8. Yeah, we got some resources to spend. All right, let's do that. Anything else of note? Not really.
The shrouded coast, isolated.
Head back through the shroud here.
Biggest degeneracy.
Oh, I did not think that was going to happen. Wait, what? They were that low? Am I tripping? Did not think they were going to be that low. Did I just miss something?
Propriety floats listless on the tide.
Oh, they were...
Blind,
whatever.
noxious degradation.
Whatever. Another lair fight, and everybody wants to do it. This is a pretty strong formation. Oh, I don't have my... Wait, do I have my Sprawl book in? No, I have my Fetter book in. Don't have a Sprawl book, unfortunately. I mean, I do feel pretty confident in this formation getting it done. Like, this formation does the thing.
Is spent. We are exposed.
Yeah? Alright. Got some flapjacks for our trouble. I'm down.
The Church of the Change. An inglorious heap of rotting timbers. The
Already
enemy
off to a good
weakens
start.
And wanes.
Look at that damage output. Holy cow. That was definitely a good start. Alright, at least it's withstand, which is... Now, flashing daggers, I actually don't mind that even... Like, that doesn't even bother me, I don't think.
Messy, but effective.
Just, yeah. Alchemist Plague Doctor just does the thing. Like, she's not a pushover by any stretch. Oh, that's a big guy. Alright, let's do it. As before, I think we want to get rid of the fishmonger as soon as possible. Instead of using flashing daggers, though, I think we use poison dart.
A brilliant conclusion.
Still gets her. But now at least we, oof. Straight into make way, you say. That is unfortunate. And a huge shuffle of characters that do not want to be shuffled like that. Alrighty. Well. Thankfully, this guy's taken a trillion. Give me those tokens, you dick. And min-rolling for 6 is not really what I'm paying for here.
This is no time to falter.
Jeez. Alright, thankfully... You are dead, okay. Thankfully, the Plague Doctor manages to go before...
Stupendous.
Like, okay, just crit for 32. Just straight up. Okay. We're gonna D up here. Because that was very unfortunate. We gotta keep healing ourselves here. Just healing for 18 basically over the course of that round there. Rat Skull's not super super interesting. Steel plating's probably worth it on its own, though, and we do need those mauled body parts. Undertow's not bad. Alright. We'll risk it. It's a bit... It feels a bit risky, but, like, we can do this.
The monstrous god is mortal.
I mean, okay. Alright, those two. Alright. Should be enough damage. Yeah, it's definitely enough damage. Okay, cool.
Hold fast, for who knows what lurks in the beyond.
There we go. Positioning isn't the best, but Alchemist PD just doesn't... Alchemist PD just doesn't really care that much. We'll take our free crit token, please.
A breakthrough.
Crack back for 11. We like that. I actually think we do withstand here for probably a bit of a silly reason, but I want to have the leper's unblinded swing available.
A master stroke.
And once again, we managed to just kill the hand immediately. But at least now both of our characters that can be targeted are nice. She dodged, which is what we were aiming for. And we get to crack for 13 here. We'll take our turn to heal here. Blinds aren't really what I want to be seeing here. That's a lot of blinds, actually. Shoot, that's bad. Okay, 0 for 1. Nice.
A slow dissection. An unavoidable end.
Nice movement resistance. Algae bloom is not really what we want to see. Batter is also not my favorite thing. But we do manage to kill the hand, which is what we needed to do. And in fact, we don't even have to do anything. We just Solemnity. Here we go. Double lair. You know, 2 layers back-to-backs feels pretty good. Alright, our wagon is now absolutely just covered in stuff. I think Leaf Spring Suspension's gotta go. Wagon Jack has not felt particularly high value to us. Wind Chime is just unbelievably good, so I think we get rid of those. Fisherman's Line, not coming along. I mean, this just doesn't feel that useful. Carved Bodkin. I mean, we'll slot it in just so we have some room in the dang wagon. Burn Salve's in somewhere. Deathcap Spore's in somewhere. I just don't want to get rid of the books. I think Wind Chime has to go at this point. Yeah. Alright. And then this rumor I just feel like we're never going to get. But I'm gonna hang on a little bit longer. I'm gonna pray. Pray that this... Oh, no, that's an armor. We don't want to do that.
Chaos must be met with unwavering resolve.
Alright. Well, we gotta do another, Now I kind of wish I was going to my, my medical inn, because it feels like we, have some stuff to remove now. And Audrey is not really being much of a team player, is she? I don't think Audrey's long for this formation. I might be subbing her back out pretty quickly here. As much as I like her, she's just suffering. Now, Paracelsus, on the other hand. Paracelsus gets to stay for any reason. Like, holy.
A slow dissection. An unavoidable end.
Oh, that's not good. Admiral Marsh is being a dick right now. Alrighty. Gotta withstand and hope that it's the swing. Yeah, it's Hullbreaker. Nice. 32 reduced to 8. That's as good as it's ever gonna feel. Prepare to be boarded. Alright, well that does nothing. You are not dead. You are now dead. Okay, not being a critical hit is much better for us. Admiral Marsh is gone. Min rolling on our vulnerable token. That's not really what we were paying for here.
Well done.
But we will 11, so we need one more hit to guarantee. So that's guaranteed Death's Door. But we can actually get him lower. And he's dead. Much preferable. Much more preferable.
Sweet reprieve. Until the next test is put before you.
Alright. I do think we go to the assistance encounter. Just because we know that's an armor break, and that, that has a real even though it could be the field hospital, that has a real possibility of, like, messing us up, because a wagon jack fight in our current state feels a little bit suspect to me. Do I want to take a bleed? I'll take a bleed. Why not?
Stupendous.
Yeah, that was worth it. That was no questions asked. That was worth it. Wonderful. Just gonna get rid of this clown. Alright, it's two kills there. And almost, well, not that close to a one-shot, but pretty meaningfully close to one. Get out of here.
On to the next.
There we go.
A deliberate and methodical appliance of harm.
Gotta say, I'm kind of missing Dead of Night. Kind of wish I had Dead of Night.
Malaise, measured and steady.
Alright. And now we just get to stall out an entire round, because none of what happens matters. Sure, you move. I think we heal ourselves here. Room we don't have in this damn wagon. Yeah, we're just loaded down with money, so... I don't like throwing away all that stuff, all that food, but like we have flapjacks now coming in with some regularity, and I just need room in the wagon because we're getting close to the point where we just have like too much stuff from the icebox. Many relics which we already can't carry. Sucks to hurt that relationship, but food is definitely preferable to the alternative here. Let me just get rid of both of those. I wish I could like put this into the cold storage or something. Because like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so we're almost... Kind of feels like we're done? Are we done? Or is there even more? Because, like, holy, we're, Oh, we did it!
We are safe within these walls.
Must be equipped in escalation 3 or higher to press... Okay. Okay, stagecoach item. Algae bloom, greater gilded mine. Cool.
Dig deep. Find the metal.
More combat routes. That doesn't bother me. Alrighty. So let's jam about our end. So first of all, get that stuff in here. Must be equipped and in escalation 3 to progress Hunger of the Beast Clan. Okay, well, that does not feel like that is what we're doing right now. I've really liked having these books. But first of all, sure.
Shored up against incursion. For tonight, at least.
We are just gonna fully upgrade this in with everything.
Cannot long stand if
so it's maxed out because that just makes room in our damn wagon. 100% move resistance piercing, gain on move resist, heal 20%, gain when moved by enemy locked in. That's not too bad.
A smoother ride. For a time at least.
I'll put that in for now.
Spend what you
Whew.
can.
Okay, what do we got?
Wealth no longer has meaning.
The strongbox is actually
Indeed,
plot
it
relevant
never
right now.
did.
26 stale bread, just all the food in the world if we want it. That's cute. I mean, we might end up buying a bunch of that food, actually. Just to make room, again, just to make room in the wagon. Because we got a bunch of relics to spend on.
The means of mastery.
Alright. Let's first of all look at the broader thing here. Plague Eater Champion. So we could head into the Fetter, and we can actually get here in time for that. But I kind of feel like, what are you? You're partisans. What are you? You're partisans. Okay, so I do need to, like, hit up some of these inns. Because, like, I've got some partisan inns still. So it kind of feels like we're heading back into the Fetter here. So we'll keep the Fetter book for now. Question is, do we want Icebox in, or do we want Tangle?
Let us face
No, it's Fetter,
duties
so we can do two
undaunted.
Fetters here. Hit the first Farewell and hit the Rangy Mutt and kind of go that way. That feels pretty good. That lets us get both of these. Oh, these guys are veterans, but lets us upgrade these inns more. We're not getting here for this loot as good as it would be. And we've got the duelist around. Alright, so that feels fine. Got all the food we could ever ask for. And we got some signal flares for veterans, which is worth... I definitely think these are worth buying just to have them in my options here. Gonna buy all these dang whiskey flasks. Alright. Alright, so Audrey's at 15%, so is Baldwin. So I do think Boudica comes in because she's fully active. And now we bring in Bonnie, who is unhappy with Paracelsus, who is also probably needing to come out. 20% fatigue, and we cannot heal. We cannot heal fatigue here. I'm going to get rid of that.
The treatment is harsh, but undeniably effective.
But, like, who we bring in? The Occultist? He's only at 10%. Better off than Paracelsus. And we might be able to find our way to a, yeah, okay. Alright, there we go. So everyone's kind of just neutral. That's fine. Is that the play? We just let these heroes all rest. Kind of feels like that's what we're doing here, because Audrey's at 15% and is also fine. Are there any items that reduce in here? Bunch of bread. No. Okay. I'm actually going to buy those smoke bombs real quick. Those are really good. Pyrotechnic Dazzler is pretty good too.
A bit of comfort on the road to damnation.
Alright, there we go. Made a bunch of room, stacked up a bunch of food. That feels pretty good. Perfect. Spent down all our money, but that's kind of worthwhile here. 15%, 10% versus Bonnie. Bonnie's at 0, so I think it has to be Bonnie, and I think we just have to be okay with Alhazred being along for the ride. But I do think we upgrade the Hellion. Give her Raucous Revelry. Upgrade Adrenaline Rush. Upgrade Wicked Hack. pull that out, put that in. And then upgrade toe-to-toe. And that's basically the Hellion done. She's never going to need an additional upgrade. Or she's not going to need an additional upgrade for some time. Oh, Dismas, my poor baby boy. Let's get you sped up here. Kind of feels like you want baseline PBS over Wicked Slice. Maybe not. Maybe that doesn't need to change. Maybe you're fine the way you are. Yeah, let's get some of these other characters like actually usable. You know what? And we're just gonna load Bonnie up because I like the look of a Plyon head combo if they're burning. All right. Alright, that seems pretty good. Dismas definitely needs some stress healing, but we don't really have a lot of great options for that, unfortunately. So we will call that good. Wainwright is loaded up. And we'll keep the Fetter book in, because we're just heading through the Fetter here. She does have Partisan backup if these veterans for some reason lose, but I'm pretty confident those guys are going to body that. Everyone else is resting at an inn. So I guess we set up and roll out. All right, thank you all for watching. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one.